Hey guys, Telegram Sam here. If you don't already know, I have an Instagram. It's telegram underscore Sam underscore vinyl. So if you're on Instagram, check me out on there. But today's video, I'm just going to be talking about and showing the 10 most valuable records in my collection. Obviously, this is just monetary value. I have records that are $2 records that mean more to me than some of these records I have in the stack. But I personally love watching these videos. It's really interesting to see like some surprising things that are worth money in people's collection and show off some of their cool rare records. I mean, it's just part of the gig, you know? and I really enjoy watching them. And I did do a video like this probably like the first couple months I started doing videos, but that was like when my collection was like a sixth of what I have currently. So definitely things have changed, and I some of the records I showed in that video are still in this video. But yeah, it's just I feel like it's just really cool to see the things that fluctuate in people's collections and things that are worth money. But yeah, let's start off from our least valuable and go to the most valuable. So at number 10, I have Nectar by JoJo. This is probably the newest album in this stack. This is an original 2021 U.S. press. This is synth pop, R&B pop, soul. This is an Urban Outfitters exclusive. There's only 5,000 of these pressed that came out of red vinyl. It's a 2 LP set, and both of the records were cut 45 RPM, so they sound amazing. But yeah, Joji is known for not doing that many pressings of his albums on vinyl. He'll usually do like one initial pressing and that's it. And these Urban Outfitters exclusives, no matter what album or RSA press, always tend to go for a little bit more money. But I generally really love this album. I love Joji's work. I love everything he does, even when he was still kind of the pink guy on YouTube and Filthy Frank. I love his videos, and I really enjoy his music. So really happy to have this. Next up, we have Destroy All Astroman. Oh, and I didn't say the median price of that record. So the median price for this is $70. If you've seen any other people do these style of videos, we usually rank this on like median values on Discogs, so that's what everything's going by in this video. Destroy All Astroman by Manor Astroman. This is an original 1994 US press. I describe this as rock, surf, garage, sci-fi music. Manor Astroman tend to release a lot of their stuff on 45s. They didn't really release that many LPs, and this one's kind of like their most well-known one. Craig actually sent this to me in an amazing box of stuff he sent me, and I'm just very, very thankful for that. It's very nice of him, and I really love and enjoy this record. And the median price on Discogs for this one is $74. And this just came on this black custom label with these robots on both sides. And then next up, we have Blank Generation by Richard Hell and the Voidoids. This is original 1977 US press, punk rock, one of the most influential punk rock albums to come out of New York. And this is an LW press. From what I've seen on Discogs, this is kind of one of the more limited pressings of this album. There's been many, even on the original year, different pressings from different plants. I'm assuming the LW is just the plant it was pressed at. But yeah, this is like one of my most treasured possessions. The cover is a little bit beat up, but the record itself is like near me. It didn't even have a hair or speck of dust on it when I found it. But the median price on Discogs you can fetch one of these for is $80. This one just came on the black vinyl with the classic Sire label. Alright, next up, one of my best finds of last year. This is Heart Shaped World by Chris Isaak. This is an original 1989 US press. This is a great blues, rock, pop, country album, I would say. This is an SRC pressing. I think I got this on Discogs early last year for like $60. And this is just one of those records that is just steadily going up in price. I'm really glad they finally reissued this for the last record store day. I think it was on white vinyl. But I think that's the first time it's been reissued since it originally came out. But yeah, I love this record. This has probably Chris Isaak's most famous song on it, Wicked Game, which is probably why this is so expensive. Because I have an original version of his first album too, and that one's like a $20 record, not as expensive as this. But the median price for this is $90. I think the highest one's ever sold for is like $249, so I'm assuming that one might have been like signed or something. And this one just came on black vinyl with the 80s reprise label. Next up, we have Kick Out the Jams by the MC5, uncensored version, original 1969 US press. Great garage, rock, blues, proto-punk on here. This was their first album that was recorded live at the Grand Ballroom in Detroit. This is just one of those records that like I think everyone should just have in their collection. Even if you're not like the biggest punk fan or like hard rock fan, the energy on this album is just unbeatable. But the median price this goes for on Discogs is $101.54. And again, this was a very generous gift that was given to me by a viewer named Ilya. He knew that this was like a grail of mine for as long as I've been collecting records for like more than 10 years. And he just graciously gave an extra copy that he had to me. And thank you so much. This is a very treasured item in my collection. And this one just came on black vinyl, the red Electra label. Next up, we have Peace, Love, and Death Metal by the Eagles of Death Metal. This is the original 2004 US press. I would describe this as alt rock, hard rock, kind of a retro glam rock throwback on this. And this was the debut album from this group. This is kind of known as like Josh Homme from Queens of the Stone Age's side project with his friend Jesse Hughes. I actually got a really good deal on this. This was actually still sealed when I bought this. I probably bought this like 2 or 3 years ago. A guy that I had bought something previously off of Discogs messaged me and was like, hey, I had some emergency truck repairs that I need to do. I have these records. I'll give them to you for a really good price. I just like need money right now. So I helped him out and he gave me a really good deal on this. I think I paid like $75 for this, and currently on Discogs the median price is like $110. So I got this for a pretty good deal compared to what it sells for, and I think the lowest selling one currently for sale on Discogs is like $150. So it's probably gonna be going up soon. And this is the pink marbled vinyl version. Boogie and Woogie labels. Alright, next up, speaking of Queens of the Stone Age, this is the self-titled album by Queens of the Stone Age. This originally came out in 1998, and this is the 2011 US press remaster of the album. Great alt-rock, stoner rock. I just love Queens of the Stone Age. They're definitely up there with one of my all-time favorite bands. But yeah, this is a remaster of the original record, and yeah, I forgot there was boobs in the gable of this. Let's see if YouTube will demonetize me for that. But yeah, this is remastered and includes 3 bonus tracks that weren't a part of the original release. The Bronze, These Aren't the Droids They're Looking For, Inspires, and Vingaroons. This is my favorite Queens of the Stone Age album. I had been wanting this for a really, really long time. and one came up on Discogs for a really reasonable price. I think it was like $115, and it's like in near mint, perfect condition. And this has a median price on Discogs for $125. And this was a 2 LP set, and it just came on these oh yeah, these custom labels. And yeah, I would love to have an OG 1998 version of this album. But that's like one of those grails that you're like, not unless I win the lottery would I probably ever get those, because the median price for one of the original releases of that album was like $800 to $1,300. So that's just beyond what I'm willing to pay for a record. Next up, my all-time favorite record, one of the most prized possessions that I own. This is Raw Power by Iggy and the Stooges. This is an original 1973 first U.S. press. Great garage, hard rock, punk rock. The story goes, my brother actually found this. He, for a short time, worked at a thrift store that was also kind of like a record store. And someone just brought this in and sold it to them. I'm not sure how much my brother paid for this, because this was a Christmas gift that he gave to me. But I know it was not what it probably goes for. I'm pretty sure he didn't even know how much it was really worth. But the median price on Discogs for one of these is $148.65. And the way you can tell first press of this album is the red Columbia over in the corner. I guess all of the pressings after that didn't have that. And this one, unfortunately, is missing the photo insert. So not a perfect copy, but the record plays perfectly. The record looks a lot better than the cover, thank God. And I'm just very lucky and fortunate to have this. One of my all-time favorite albums. Yeah, if my apartment was to burn down, my cat and this would probably be the two things I would grab. And this one just came on black vinyl with the red Columbia label. Alright, next up we have the self-titled album by Jane's Addiction. This is an original 1987 first U.S. press. Rock, alternative rock. This was their first album. It is a live album that they did from the Roxy Club in LA, and this was part of the lot that I bought from that guy that needed money for his car repairs. Yeah, I think he sold this to me for like $100, and the current median price on Discogs is $149.71. All right. The number one most expensive record, or valuable record in my collection, is the self-titled album from The Seeds. This is an original 1966 U.S. mono press. One of the most influential garage, pro-punk rock albums ever. Yeah, this was kind of a lucky find on my part. I don't think the record store I bought this from knew that this was a mono pressing, because it's not like a lot of other records will say mono or stereo on either the jacket or the labels. So yeah, I bought this for $20, which is what the median price for like a stereo version of this goes for. But then when I brought it home and was logging it onto Discogs into my collection, I was trying to match it up with all the stereo submissions that are on there, but none of them matched up. So I was like, oh, maybe it's a mono. And yeah, I doubled and triple checked just to make sure. And this is a mono press. And it's not in perfect condition. The sleeve is a little bit rough. You know, it looks like someone kind of gnawed on it. One of the corners just has, usual wear, a little bit of ring wear. And the record is like, it looks like a VG minus, but it plays like a VG plus. It's not perfect. It skips in a few spots, but a median price on this on Discogs is $158.99. If I were to sell this, would I get that? Probably not. But it's just interesting and cool to see what it sells for. And there are people that are selling even worse versions of this record for like $200 on Discogs right now. So, yeah, I feel very lucky to have this and lucky that I found it for the price I found it at. But yeah, that was it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.